Hey everybody, today I want to show you something I worked on during this past winter when I wasn't playing paintball very much. You may remember a couple years ago I did a big mask project comparing all different masks in terms of their coverage, their comfort, their affordability, and at the end of that I ended up building myself kind of a custom mask out of a Flex 8. I made my own ears and kind of went with that. Out of all of the masks on the market, my favorite was actually one that I made myself out of a mix of different parts. I couldn't really find one specific mask that had everything I wanted in one package. Since then, I've been kind of refining that because a couple years ago I started wearing a padded cap when I was playing or a padded headband to keep either my forehead safe or my whole head from getting bruises if you get shot in the head. That's no fun, right? We've all gone to work the next day with like a big bruise on your forehead. If you haven't, lucky you, wear a headband. But for people that have, after that you tend to wear a headband or a padded cap of some sort. And after a little bit of searching, I actually bought myself one of the new model 100th Monkey turtle caps. These turtle caps are really great. They're more rigid foam. I'll actually show you right here before I get into what I'm actually holding. But this part of it is a turtle cap. It's, nice rigid foam. It's got a little brim that hangs down to cover the back of your neck, also pretty rigid. So this offers really great protection all around the head. And despite the fact that it's fairly robust, it's pretty breathable and it's not very hot. So I really like the 100th Monkey turtle cap, but the problem was keeping the cap and the mask synchronized and kind of in the proper alignment when they're on your head. Oftentimes the mask would slide down, so you'd have kind of a strip of your forehead exposed, or the cap would slide down within the mask and kind of start to cover my eyes. So that's a problem, so I set about solving this by basically attaching the cap to my mask. And this monstrosity is what resulted, and this is my new go-to mask. I've tried this out just a couple of times since I've made it, and I really, really like it. So again, let me show you this. The front part of this is the custom mask I made. So it's your standard JT Spectra frames with Flex 8 bottoms that I cut at the ears because I thought the ears didn't offer very much coverage and were extremely uncomfortable. So I cut the bottoms off at the ears and removed the back portion and the forehead protection portion, and then made myself a set of ears out of craft store foam that are thicker, more robust, and have better coverage than any JT foam ears you can get. I also double strapped it for stability, which really helped, especially with the camera sitting on my forehead. But, like I said, this would move around relative to the turtle cap, so I wanted to lock them in place. So I set about attaching the turtle cap to the mask itself. I did this by drilling 4 holes in the forehead region of the cap right here, and then attaching them with zip ties to the vents on the top of the Spectra frame. So there they are. Ignore this. This is the old attachment point for my contour. The new attachment point is up here on top. Once I attached the cap to the mask and got the alignment correct, I kind of redid the straps, and that makes this a very stable package and a very comfortable package. So here's the whole thing. You can see it's the mask plus the cap, hangs down to get nice back of the neck coverage. The jawline and ear coverage is very nice. And I just want to show you the inside of this real fast to show you how it sits. The kind of band, the elastic band on the inside of the cap actually sits on top of, or rather I guess in front of, the foam around the top of the Spectra frame. So rather than that foam sitting on top of sitting right against your forehead, it's actually the band of the cap is sitting along your forehead in place of that. So now you can look in there and you can see right here, you have your foam back here, but it's this strap that actually sits on your forehead. This doesn't interact with your forehead directly when it's set up like this. So let me just show you how this works. You just have to kind of slide it on. So this is not a viable solution if you wear glasses under your mask because you're going to break your glasses and hurt your nose probably trying to do this. But you just kind of slide it on. I like to think of it almost like a stormtrooper mask, kind of like that. You just slide it right over, and there you go. It's on, it's stable. It's actually the hat that is really doing a lot of the work here, the cap, and the straps are keeping the cap tight rather than directly keeping the mask on your head. So you can see we've got nice jawline coverage, nice ear coverage, the back of the neck is protected by the brim, and of course, nice coverage on the top of your head. Now I do run a contour, of course, so that now sits up here because there's no room for it to sit right here. It interferes with the cap on my forehead. As you can see, sliding it on and off is pretty straightforward. If you want to do this, you might have to kind of work to fit it to your head. Probably not a one-size-fits-all proposition. But that's my new combination mask and head protection thing. You might think, why didn't I just go with the Flex 8 full head coverage? 2 reasons. One, it's rigid, and I don't like rigidity. I like a little bit of give to my equipment, and 2, the ear coverage on the Flex 8 I really don't like at all, so I wanted to continue to use my homebrew foam ears in addition to having the head coverage. So that's my new kind of head protection setup that I've been using and I will continue to be using. And shoot me a message if you want to know how to do this, if you need more direction, if you want to try it. It's pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching. See you next time.